Hey, I know a lot of you are looking forward to this. I've just got back from coaching 3 hours in 33-degree heat, and there's a lot of 33s at play here in this Champions League final. So, oh my word, I'm hot. I ain't going to be able to stream this during the game because guys come in to fix this kitchen in like 50 minutes. So basically, I'll stream until he comes because he's going to be banging. So God bless you all. Hey, Simon G. I know pretty much all of you are going to be watching this game. So I hope you enjoy it. The last 4 Champions League finals have all finished 1-0 since 2020, which I find interesting. So Bayern Munich beat Paris Saint-Germain in the 2020 Champions League final, which was on Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday. And then the 2021 Champions League final, Chelsea shocked the world and defeated Man City. Kai Havertz was the hero in that game. That was 1-0. And then you had Real Madrid defeated Liverpool 1-0. Vinny Jr. got the winning goal. And then last year we had Man City win the Champions League final against Inter Milan 1-0. Rodri scored after 68th minute. It was the 68th edition of the European Cup, and Pep Guardiola got his 337th Champions League point, the 68th prime. And Man City's captain was Gundogan, who was born with 68 days left in the year. Now, Gundogan played for Dortmund. He did very well. So I'm going to just do a quick poll and just see what you guys are thinking. And then I'll just break down my code for you all. So let's do this. Who will win the 2024 UCL final? So Real Madrid, 14-time winners, or is it going to be Dortmund, who've won it once? So you guys can vote. God bless you, Anfield Road End, and hey, Satanic Hope. I really appreciate the likes here. I would really appreciate it. I could just jump in my bed right now. I coached a birthday party yesterday as well. Been in the sun non-stop the last couple of days. Now, let's break this down. Let's start off with the odds. Okay, I've got 40 minutes. I don't have to rush. Real Madrid, minus 163 money line, which means they have to win inside 90 minutes. Or they're minus 334 to win the trophy. So we look at the odds. The odds say Real Madrid. Odds don't always tell the story, but the odds statistically say Real Madrid win. Dortmund at plus 425 money line. So again, got to win inside 90 minutes. That's really, really big value. And they've got beautiful value just to win the trophy at plus 225. So if you're looking for value, it's Dortmund. If you think it's going to be a shock, you like the numbers. If you really like Madrid, the only way you probably should bet is if they go down, if you really like Madrid. So I think Real Madrid's code is outstanding, but they have very little value. However, there's something in my gut, and this has been all year, and it could well be the riddle. It could easily be the riddle. Okay? Real Madrid can become 15-3 today in European Cup finals. Won 15, lost 3 on the 153rd day of the year. Now that stands out straight away as a huge number. But we've seen some big shocks recently, all right? Atlanta beat Leverkusen, big underdog. All right, Olympiacos beat Fiorentina, underdog. Man United beat Man City, big underdog, inside 90 minutes as well. They were like 6-1, and they beat them. So there's a lot of shocks recently in these cup finals. Now, I find it crazy that Jurgen Klopp, who announced he was leaving Liverpool on the 4-year death anniversary of Kobe Bryant, find it interesting that he announced that he would be leaving Liverpool on January the 26th, 2024. And Klopp's last Champions League final was a 1-0 loss to Real Madrid. And the last time Dortmund got to the Champions League final, Jurgen Klopp was their coach. Okay? And that was 11 years ago, 2013, where Bayern Munich beat Dortmund 2-1. So Royce is playing his last game today, isn't he? Let's see how he does. Marco Royce. Now, Klopp has to be connected to this. He just has to be connected to it. So last time Dortmund got to the Champions League final was 2013. Today leaves 213 days left in the year. Now, I don't know if that necessarily benefits Dortmund at all, but I do know the last time they got there was when Francis became the Pope. I hope you guys all watched my video about the Vatican promoting the agenda of the trans agenda and the LGBTQ+. I hope you watched that video. I tried to keep it short. I would never, ever, 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 ever say a team is winning 100%. Ever. Okay? I think the first goal here is enormous. All right? I think if Real Madrid get the first goal, it's done. Dortmund get it. Oof, that becomes tasty, doesn't it? Hey, John, everyone seems to be talking a lot about Courtois starting and Lunin being benched. Something's fishy. Yeah, I've not looked into that, but yeah, I've heard that for sure. Marquis thinks it goes to extra time. Joseph's here, guys. God bless Joseph in the chat. Please subscribe to his channel. Joseph Aquaviva 2222. Do me that favor, please, if you've not come across his work before. There's something fishy about BVB announcing an arms weapon sponsorship on the eve of the Champions League final. Absolutely, a German team playing in England. I told you guys, it's all war. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before it gets announced. Yeah, 153 is the 17th triangular number. Modern day Freemasonry founded in 1717 in London. The final is in London. We've got the upcoming Euro 2024, 17th edition of the Euros. Is Klopp in attendance? I said he would be, didn't I, guys? I said Klopp's got to be in attendance. Obviously, he's based in England right now. He's going to be there. And if Dortmund do win, I am guaranteed they will go straight to Klopp. All right? Camera is going to go to Klopp. So the 2024 UEFA Champions League final will be the final match of the 2023-24 UEFA Champions League, the 69th season of Europe's premier club football tournament organized by UEFA, and the 32nd season since it was renamed from the European Champions Clubs Cup to the UEFA Champions League. It will be held at Wembley Stadium in London, England on June the 6th, 2024. Due to the postponement and relocation of the 2020 final, which I told you was on Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday, the final host was shifted back a year, with London instead hosting the 2024 final. Now, I've told you Real Madrid's code's exceptional. My main issue with it is it's almost perfect. But so was the Chiefs one. Do you know what I mean? So was the Argentina one. So my coding's that high level. Maybe I've just found these perfect numbers. I don't know. So I do find it interesting that the 2024 Champions League final will take place in London exactly 20 months and 24 days after Queen Elizabeth had died, who resided in London, all right, in Buckingham Palace. Remember Buckingham? He just led Oxford United to promotion, the coach Buckingham. Now, the 32 in regards to this Champions League final is interesting because it's the 32nd season since it was renamed the UEFA Champions League. And Elizabeth was Queen Regnant of 32 sovereign states. We know the Euros, which England hosted, Italy won 3-2 on penalties. We know that the Society of Jesus' logo has 32 rays. The World Cup just had 32 teams in it. Today is 6-1, the 18th prime. It's Real Madrid's 18th major European Cup final. Jay-Z's in attendance. Yeah, because a lot of the players are sponsored by him. People like Rashford are signed by Jay-Z. By the devil, guys. Can somebody give me a woo? Oh, this was good. This smooth is good. So again, guys, there's 41 people watching this. I'll keep pinging out the information. Just hit the like for me. Do me that favor. We've got 34 minutes for me to get through all of this. So do me that favor, please. It's very simple. Just click on it. Everyone, like Joseph streams, Cody's streams, they get 500 likes. I'm on 12. Come on. Do me a favor, please. I mean, unless it just doesn't appear because of this silly algorithm with me and the shadow ban. Do me that favor. Come on. Woo! Right? So it's the 69th European Cup final. It's going to be played in London. Queen Elizabeth equals 69. She was coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen. Exactly. There's a lot of these Jesuit numbers as well, guys, like the Jesuit order equals 69. There's definitely Jesuit numbers. The 2023-24 Champions League final began. I know the Champions League began on 1909, exactly 1 year after the Queen's funeral. All right, so it's definitely revolved around her. And we know that Real Madrid are the kings of Europe. All right, they connect to royalty. Just look at their logo. Right. So I said this: if Real Madrid win the 2024 Champions League final in London, they'll become 15-3 all time in major European Cup finals. The 2024 Champions League final is on the 153rd day of 2024. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl 58, and he now has a 15-3 playoff record. How interesting is that? All right, that Mahomes just won the Super Bowl. He's now 15-3 in the playoffs. And the Chiefs are for sure the best team in the world right now. Some people say Real Madrid are. They have been this year. I find that interesting. I caught that because I know all these sports connect. 153 is major with the Bible. If you count every time Jesus encounters somebody and heals them or blesses them, that equals 153 times across the 4 Gospels. All right? When they were fishing and had not caught anything. Then after that, Jesus tells them to cast their net and they catch 153 fishes. There are exactly 153 classifications or types of species of fish. So every type of human being that exists, Jesus' net is wide enough to catch them all. So that's pretty biblical if Madrid win. 153 is the 17th triangular number. Euro 2024 takes place in Germany, where Dortmund play, and it's going to be the 17th edition of the European Championship. And it's going to begin on Donald Trump's 78th birthday, who I personally believe will be the 47th US president. Please check out Joseph's video about Donald Trump, and mine as well, and Cody's. Now, check this out. Jude Bellingham, okay, Jude Bellingham might win the Ballon d'Or. Jude Bellingham, by the way, the book of Jude is the second to last book of the Bible, the book of Jude. It's the one before Revelation. Jude Bellingham was born exactly 17 years after Argentina won the 1986 World Cup final. They beat Germany. Okay, they beat Germany. If you remember as well, Germany was the team that beat Messi and Argentina in a World Cup final. Do you remember that one? Where Götze scored in the 113th minute. So that went to extra time. So that's pretty interesting to me. Now, Madrid won the 2022 Champions League final 1-0 versus Liverpool, and they won it with a 59th minute winning goal by Vinny Jr. Dortmund can get their 59th all-time Champions League loss. Ancelotti was born in 59, and 59 is the 17th prime, and Madrid come into this game having played 17 major European Cup finals. I don't know if that's a good sign for them. This year, the US will announce its 47th US president. Super Bowl 58 ended 25-22 to the Chiefs. 25 plus 22 is 47. The game was played on the anniversary of Vatican City being founded on 2/11, the 47th prime. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl exactly 47 months after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. The Chiefs and Donald Trump is the chief in commander for Operation Warp Speed. And 47 is the 15th prime. And Madrid are looking to win the 15th major European Cup. And Patrick Mahomes wears number 15. War equals 15 in gematria. Bellingham plays for England, and the 2024 UEFA Champions League final takes place 15 days before England's opening game at Euro 2024, which is going to be on 616, the alternate number of the beast, which is Jurgen Klopp's birthday. They're going to be playing against Serbia, exactly 18 years after Messi scored his first ever World Cup goal, which was in Germany against Serbia. How interesting is that? I've told you England and Argentina connect because of the Falklands War, which began on 4-2, and it ended on Donald Trump's 36th birthday. And I coded Real Madrid to win La Liga before the season began to get their 36th league title connected to Bellingham. And the fact that they were founded on 3-6, March the 6th, that Bellingham connects to Maradona and to Messi. And we know that Messi just won the World Cup 36 years after Maradona. They came in 36 games undefeated. And there was many other 36s. Argentina have now won 3 out of 6 World Cup finals that they've played in. 666, the 36 triangular number. So there's a lot of foreshadowing for World War III. And Real Madrid can stay on 3 all-time major European Cup final losses. This will be the 3rd UEFA Champions League final to take place at the rebuilt Wembley Stadium. It's going to be Dortmund's 3rd Champions League final. Chiefs won Super Bowl 58 with 3 seconds left in the game. Mahomes won his 3rd Super Bowl MVP. He threw the winning touchdown to number 12. 1 + 2 is 3. A lot of threes there. I think Chiefs are going to three-peat. I've said that for a while. Champions League finals on 6-1, the 18th prime. Madrid's 18th European Cup final. The final is on 51 date numerology pure. Now this again, it's on 51 date numerology pure because 6 + 1 + 20 + 24 is 51. Now, Ancelotti became the first and only manager to win 4 titles when he led Real Madrid to victory in 2022. Add up those numbers, it's 42. And he, today, can become 5-1 all-time in Champions League finals if Madrid win, exactly 51 weeks after his birthday. Now, the Illuminati were founded on 5-1 in Germany. Remember, England beat Germany 5-1 10 days before 9/11, and number 10, Michael Owen, scored 3 goals. All the players that scored for England in that game, yeah, they played for Liverpool, which was the year Jurgen Klopp retired as a football player, 2001. And that game was in Bavaria, where the Illuminati were founded. Now, Dortmund finished 5th in the Bundesliga, and Real Madrid finished 1st in the Liga. So that's another 51, or a 15, that they're going for their 15th European Cup. Now, you've got this as well. This is pretty interesting. The Champions League final takes place 233 days before the first day in office for the 47th US president. 233 is the 51st prime number. Lionel Messi has scored 13 goals in 26 World Cup games, and 1326 is the 51st triangular number. All right, so this 51 is popping up everywhere. Yeah, Ancelotti can drop to 4-2. I'll break that down in a moment. Again, guys, please hit that like button. I'm just going to take a break. How long's left? When's this game start? 25 minutes. I'll get through it. I haven't even seen the lineups yet. So some of these numbers for Madrid are making me go, oh my word, this is like perfection. But so were Argentina's code, and they won it. But I will give you Dortmund numbers in a moment. Because they're not as good, but they're still wild. They always are in major finals. All right? Check this out. I need a woo here. I need a big woo. Jude Bellingham made his name in Germany for Dortmund, and Bellingham was born exactly 666 days after England beat Germany 5-1 in Bavaria. 10 days before 9/11. If Jude Bellingham makes it 1-0, I am just going to spit out my smoothie. All right? I'll tell you that. I know a lot of people have bet on Jude Bellingham. Okay? But how crazy is that he was born 666 days after England beat Germany 5-1? Guys, he played in Germany. It didn't make sense. Sancho's against him today, England teammates. All right? All these English players now playing in the Bundesliga. Harry Kane, England's captain. He won the Golden Boot, didn't he? Bellingham, Sancho, Musiala he actually played for the youth teams with England. It's all interesting why all of a sudden top English players are playing in Germany. Like when I grew up, it wasn't much of a thing. Guys, did you see that there's a player for Fluminense called John Kennedy, and he scored the winning goal for Fluminense on JFK's birthday? John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Check it out. Fluminense, where Marcelo plays, who is a legend with Real Madrid. John Kennedy scored the winning goal for Fluminense on JFK's birthday. Can I get a woo for that? How mental is that? My friend Javier on the website pointed that out. I would not be shocked if it's 1-0 in the slightest. I'm not saying it is. It's not my prediction. But, yeah, it could be 5 in a row where it's 1-0. Like you said, there's a cheeky 5-1. If it's 1-0 Dortmund, they have 20 goals against Madrid and stay on 24 against in 2024, 20 months and 24 days after the Queen died. If Madrid win 2-0, Dortmund stay on 19 goals and Madrid go on 26. 1926 is when the Queen was born. So I want goals for you guys. I won't personally be watching it. They're going to be banging my kitchen up and stuff. For you guys, I hope there's goals. But you know what the most popular bet is in a final? Anybody? The most popular bet in a final is both teams to score. It's the most popular bet. I looked it up. In a final, it's both teams to score because if you're neutral, you can support both teams. So a lot of people are going to be putting a lot of money on that. So we'll see what happens. I don't see many goals. I hope there is for you guys. I don't think I'll be able to go live all game because somebody's coming to fix my kitchen. Or at least part of it. Now, 666 days is exactly 14 months and 3 days. And Madrid come into this final 14-3. Man United, the Red Devils, which connects to your 666, they just beat Man City to win the 143rd edition of the FA Cup. Kobe Bryant connects to 143 because he was born on 823. The 143rd prime. Do you think Giselo will be a big player again? I don't know. I don't think so. Is he number 14? Because Madrid can stay on 14 European Cup wins. So I don't think Giselo is going to do anything. But Vinny Jr. might do well, number 7 on 6-1. 6 plus 1 is 7. I don't know who's number 18 for these teams. I'll look into it briefly before I finish this off. Now, Kobe began his NBA career wearing number 8. This is the 8th final to be held in London. And this is number 8, Toni Kroos's final game as a Real Madrid player. Ancelotti can get his 8th all-time win against Dortmund. The reason he's played against Dortmund or coached against them so much is because he actually coached for Bayern Munich. When Kennedy visited Germany, he did visit Dortmund. Wow, okay, that's interesting. JFK is everywhere right now. The other day, I coded the Dallas Stars to lose and drop to 10-7 in the NHL, and they did. Notice they lost yesterday again against the Oilers, who I'm hoping win the whole thing. Which connects to the Bush family and 9/11. You'll have to go on my website and see my comments that I leave. If Trump becomes the 47th US president, his first day in office will be exactly 8 years after his first day in office as the 45th US president. Ancelotti can get his 146th Champions League point with Madrid. Donald Trump was born on 14/6, and the Euros begin on his birthday on 14/6. It's going to be Germany against Scotland in the first game, and Donald Trump's father was German, his mother was Scottish. And if you actually look at the royal family, the British royal family, they have German heritage. And Elizabeth died in Scotland, in Balmoral Castle. Yeah, the date can be written 16, Tom, like 16, which is 4 times 4. And the UK dialing code is +44. Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee lasted 4 days. She had 4 children. Ancelotti can stay on 4 Champions League final wins, and Madrid can get their 4th Champions League final loss, so European Cup final loss. That's major. 16 was big last year with City because Rodri scored the winner, number 16. I'll look at the jersey numbers in a moment. So there's still more here. Real Madrid can end the season with 2 losses and 11 draws in all competitions and 42 wins. Super Bowl 58 took place on 2/11 on the 42nd day of the year. The Chiefs are 4-2 in Super Bowls. Ancelotti can stay on 42 all-time Champions League losses. Real Madrid can end the season on 137 points in all competitions and pick up their 33rd Champions League point of the season, exactly 33 weeks before their captain's birthday. Guys, hit that like button for that. I'll say that one more time. If Real Madrid win, they end the season with 137 points in all competitions, the 33rd prime number. They can finish with 33 points in this year's Champions League, exactly 33 weeks before Nacho's birthday, their captain. It's just these numbers for Real Madrid are some of the best I've ever seen. I'm writing a book at the moment. I hope Real Madrid win. They have a better code. The numbers are just remarkable. They connect to the Super Bowl. But I don't know. Can you see how insane they are? Chuck's here, one of the best coders ever. Thank you for everything, Chuck. With a loss, Dortmund can end the season in the Champions League with 3 draws and 3 losses. Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933. Now, Ancelotti can stay on 8 draws and 9 losses with Madrid in the Champions League. 89 is the 11th Fibonacci number. Dortmund can get their 11th loss in all competitions this season. Dortmund coach can stay on 11 Champions League wins in his career. Now, this game is number 11 Marco Reus's final game for Dortmund, and he last played in the Champions League final 11 years ago in London. And we know the Queen's funeral, she died on a date written 8/9, the 8th of September. Her funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. We know that World War I ended 11/11 at 11 a.m. So I think Rodrigo's number 11. Keep an eye on him. And Royce, you've got to keep an eye on those 2 11s to be heavily involved. Madrid can end the 2023-2024 Champions League final with 10 wins and 3 draws. As Dortmund end the season with 27 wins in all competitions. So Madrid haven't lost in this season's Champions League. They come in with 9 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses. All right. So it can be 10-3. That connects to Brady, who lost his first NFL game 10-3, retired during the 103rd NFL season. 103, 27th prime. Dortmund end the season with 27 wins in all competitions. Brady won his last Super Bowl in 2-7. Really interesting stuff. Dortmund can stay on 19 goals scored against Madrid. Madrid can go to 26 goals if they win 2-0. I've told you that's the year the Queen was born, 1926. Now, here's Dortmund's numbers. There's not as many, but they're good. Madrid can drop to 14-4 in European Cup finals. My birthday. Jesuit orders 144. The Queen Elizabeth Jubilee line opened on the 144th day of 2022. Dortmund will be playing in this Champions League final 6-1, where they can drop Ancelotti to 4-2 in Champions League finals. Dortmund beat Mainz, Klopp's old team, on 8-12-23. They beat them 6-1 exactly 42 weeks before this final. Dortmund coach can stay on 7 draws and 6 losses all time in the Champions League, a span of exactly 76 weeks after Argentina won the World Cup. And they won that 4-2 in a shootout. 7 times 6 is 42. And who did Dortmund beat, guys? Who did Dortmund beat to get to this final? They beat French team. They beat Paris Saint-Germain. Now, who was Messi signed with when he won the World Cup? Paris Saint-Germain. All right. So, and that World Cup final finished 3-3, which benefits Madrid, but the 42s more lean towards Dortmund. Real Madrid can end this season with 41 wins in all competitions. We know Ancelotti comes in 4-1 in Champions League finals. 41's the 13th prime. This is both teams' 13th Champions League game of the season. We know Kobe Bryant died at age 41, the 13th prime. 13's the 6th prime. This is Ancelotti's 6th Champions League final. Dortmund coach can stay on 6 all-time Champions League losses. The finals are span of 7 months and 3 days after Dortmund coach's birthday. So if it's 2-1, I think it's because of that. Queen equals 73. She was married for 73 years. She got married at age 21. 73 is the 21st prime. Dortmund can become 2-1 in Champions League finals. They lost their last Champions League final 2-1 to their biggest rivals, Bayern Munich. War equals 21. I've told you a German team winning it in England would be interesting. And there's 4 months and 20 days between Ancelotti and Dortmund coach's birthday. And Adolf Hitler was born on 4/20. So this is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And if you look at the referee as well, if we check out, is Slovenian. And who's dominating the NBA right now? It's Slovenian, Luka Doncic. Now, check this out. I've told you there's a possibility Ancelotti and Madrid stay on 41 wins in all competitions. Well, the referee for this game, Slavko Vincic, all right, he was born on November the 25th. Diego Maradona died on his 41st birthday. Can I get a woo? Can we fizz that like button? Real Madrid come into this final today with 41 wins in all competitions. Ancelotti comes in 4-1 in Champions League finals. I've told you the connections with Bellingham and Argentina. Bellingham was born, all right, exactly 17 years after Maradona won the World Cup. And you've got this referee who's probably going to be heavily involved. I don't know if Bellingham takes penalties or if it's Vinny. I'm not sure. But yeah, Maradona died on this referee's 41st birthday. Now, the World Cup began with 41 days left in the year, which Messi won. And he won the final with 13 days left in the year, where he ended with 13 goals in all competition, all time at the World Cup. So don't be shocked to see a penalty in this game at all, because penalty equals 33. I will not be shocked if Madrid get a penalty, just like America won their final. Club America won the final with a penalty. If a team wins in extra time, it goes down as a win. It's slightly different with the Champions League, with the statistics. In finals, if they win in a shootout, it goes down as a win in the all-time. All right? But I just can't believe that Real Madrid's captain, all right, his birthday's in exactly 33 weeks. But what I find interesting as well is the fact that Pep Guardiola was born January the 18th, or 18-1, the 42nd prime. All right, Guardiola was born January the 18th, 1971. Nacho was born January the 18th, 1990, which was the year that Germany, by the way, won the World Cup. All right? They beat Maradona's Argentina, oh my word. So Nacho was born exactly 19 years after Guardiola. Guardiola made his name with Barcelona. Barcelona's Real Madrid's biggest rivals. How crazy is this? So, yeah, let me look at the lineups then. Lenny Kravitz does not look 60 years old. Mate, he looks like he's 20. Lenny Kravitz does not age. All right? At all. Adam Bellingham went from Birmingham to the Champions League final. Yeah, Bellingham, Birmingham, Abraham, Ham in the Bible. There's lots of Hams in the Bible. You got Buckingham Palace. Wembley Stadium's really close to it. So, fun fact, the food nachos was named after the guy who invented it, Ignacio. Yeah, well, Nacho, that's where you get the name from. Like, Nacho's name's actually Jose Ignacio Fernandez Iglesias. All right. Did you know? I'm pretty sure that Enrique Iglesias' father played goalkeeper for Real Madrid. And then his son becomes this global superstar who's actually not a very good singer. So I'll look at the lineups. It starts in 8 minutes. 19's the 8th prime, by the way. The 8s favour Real Madrid. So, yeah, I'll ask one last time without begging for it. Please hit the like. So 55% of the chat believe Dortmund are going to win. So again, Dortmund have value. What I would say is if you take Dortmund, take them to lift the trophy. Okay? Don't be the guy who's super angry that you like Dortmund and they win it in a shootout and you lost your money. Take them to lift the trophy. You can't do that with Madrid. They're minus 350. The only way you're going to get some good money on Madrid is if they go down, and you really believe they'll come back. But you've got to pay attention to the odds. Real Madrid score late. Can I get a woo in the chat? Real Madrid score late. I did this with you when they played Bayern Munich. They were, Bayern Munich, they're through, it's done. It's like, it ain't done until that whistle's done with Real Madrid. There's blatant black magic with that club. I bet you see 8 minutes added time. Make a prediction, guys, in the chat. I predict they're going to put up 8 minutes added time. I bet you can bet on that these days. You can bet on everything. I think they're going to play 8 minutes. So at least they're going to put up 8 minutes. They'll probably play longer. It's always drama. I think this game's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. Yeah, Dortmund double chance is plus money as well. But Real Madrid's code, guys, for me, I want Real Madrid. I think the code's better. For my book, personally. I know a few people took the futures in the semi-final, but even then they were only like plus 130, I think. I think the Real Madrid code's better. But guys, the fact is, the team that finished 5th in the Bundesliga should not be taking anything off Real Madrid. Okay? I don't think Ronaldo will be watching. I don't think he'll fly over from Saudi Arabia. I can't watch the game, bro. I don't have a TV. I don't have access to watching it. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't watch it. So, yeah, I think it'll be a slow start. I hope there's a quick goal. There usually isn't. It's all tentative. It's just keeping possession of the ball. And it can be kind of boring at the beginning. All right, let me check if I can find this game. I'm almost certain, because my girlfriend leaves some of these tabs open because she sometimes watches shows on my laptop. But I don't think I have it. Let's have a look. Nah. No, don't have it, guys. But usually what I do. Oh wait, I think I have it. Wait, do I have it? I know I've got to pay 200 pesos. I ain't paying $10 to watch guys get the ball and pass it super slow and go back and sideways, and I ain't paying to watch a game. Not a chance. I'm at a point where you might have to pay me. So listen, let's look at the. Hey O'Malley, I'm looking at the squad now. First time I've looked. It's saying here, Terzic demands they embrace underdog tag. So I'm trying to figure out what this underdog is. They keep pulling off underdog wins recently. And it says Ancelotti urges Real Madrid to handle fear to win the Champions League. Oh, another 8, guys. Can you back me up here? Somebody in the chat. Does this game start at 8 o'clock in London? Somebody just give me a woo. Yeah, I don't really want to watch it, to be honest. It frustrates me now. I love coaching, guys. I love football, but is it 8 o'clock? Adam the Lobster, guys. You would be as well if you were coaching in 33-degree heat. for hours and hours. I'm still English, you know what I mean? Is it 8 o'clock? I presume it's 8 o'clock, yeah? So it's another 8. I'm seeing 8s everywhere. All right, the teams are out. All right, let me see the lineups, guys. I'll stay until these guys come. All right. Wow. Finally, 2 goalkeepers wearing number 1. Can somebody give me a woo in the chat? God bless you, Riddler. First time in ages. All right. Both goalies are wearing number 1. Cheeky 11 there. All right. So your captains, you got Nacho and you got Emre Can, who, by the way, who coached Emre Can? Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. Why is Emre Can the captain? So he's number 23. Nacho's number 6. LeBron James's jersey numbers there. Interesting. So that Fulkrug, however you pronounce his name, if he scores first, you be careful of Real Madrid staying on 14 titles. He's number 14. It'd be funny if number 19 assists 14 because 1914 is when World War I began. I'm not overly impressed by either squad. Sancho's become a world beater when he was non-existent at Man United. Is a world beater. So you got Sancho, he's not even been selected, has he? He's not even in the 24 for England. And again, that squad's poor, and they're the favourites. Give me a second. I'm just doing a live stream right now, but I'll drop you a message after. I'm doing really well. I'm a little bit hot because I've just been coaching all morning. But I'd love to speak to you both, even if it's for 10 minutes. So let me check Emre Can's birthday. I take it the game started. Emre Can. Okay, so his birthday is the 12th of January, 121, which is 11 times 11. Oh, my word. He joined Dortmund on 1/3/1/2020. The 1/3/1 is the 32nd prime. I've told you this is the 32nd edition of the Champions League. I don't see it being 3-2. I don't think I can see that amount of goals. Oh, they haven't started yet. All right. I think if Dortmund win 1-0, if Real Madrid win 2-0, that's what I'll say. I don't expect both teams to score. And if it happens, it happens. So I think if Dortmund win, it's 1-0. And if Madrid win, it's 2-0. And if it's a shootout, it's hard to bet against German teams. There's a guy on my website, Lockwood, one of the best coders, one of the nicest guys you'll ever come across. He's found these wild numbers for Hummels. And sometimes you get a shock, don't you? It's like, it's all Madrid, it's all Madrid, it's all Madrid. Dortmund hit them on the break. They win a corner. They bring up Hummels, beast of an header. Again, when you're betting on a person like Hummels, you can't be too upset if they don't score. But if they do, like, crazy value. So it's all interesting. Madrid have scored 43 goals in all their finals. So you'd expect them to get at least one for the 44 because the referee's 44 years old and the UK dialing code is +44. So it looks like Madrid are going to score. So that 1-0 Dortmund's tough. Thanks for telling me that. That's big. But the only thing that keeps them on 43 is the 14th prime number, Alto. Alto, I like to call him the king of prime numbers. 43 is the 14th prime. How interesting that Madrid, all right, come into this final with 43 goals in finals and 14 titles. It's just massively coded. So I hope you enjoy the final, guys. I know some of you will probably be like, you're sitting on the fence with this one. I want Real Madrid to win, and I think the code's better. But I think if you were going to bet and you just like to do it for fun, I'd have a little flutter on Dortmund personally. I'm just giving you my perspective because there's no value in Madrid unless you're putting down thousands. And I know most of you are not putting down thousands. Shootout-wise, I don't know. I don't know who I would back there. I'll probably just let it be because you may as well flip a coin. Unless I see something in play. Marquis said it smells like 1-0 Dortmund. The game's about to start. Guys, do this in the chat then. Oh, yeah, you're all starting to do it. Tell me what score you think it's going to be, but make sure you put the team. So 1-0 Madrid, 2-1 Dortmund. Just out of interest, just a bit of fun. All right? Just let me know what you think. Whether you have a gut feeling or you've done numbers behind it. I think if Real Madrid win, it's 2-0. Wait, Chuck said something. I've just seen his comment. Where is it? I got to find Chuck's comment. Where is it? Oh, my word. Chuck's in Spain right now. Much love to my brother Abid and Goyo. They're going to be watching this final from Madrid. And honestly, nearly every kid that I coach support Madrid. All right, there we go. Chuck said that Dortmund's coach was born on Maradona's birthday. So, guys, this final connects to Maradona. Like, you won't believe. Like, you won't believe. Leeds United manager is German. Leeds might connect to Dortmund. Yeah, did you see that Leeds ended the season with 104 points? And their owners own the 49ers, who lost in the final of the 104th NFL season. So Chuck likes Dortmund 1-0. I know that Chuck likes an underdog often, and because he's called so many. All right, there's a pitch invader. Phone in his hand, taking a selfie with Bellingham. Guys, how do these fans get on the pitch? And it's things like that. This is up for debate. Was that fan, was he chosen to do it? Is this just this scripted reality? Is it organic? He's run on the pitch. You'd think that these finals would have some of the best security. How's he got on the pitch? Right, let's type in that into... I don't often use Gematria, but I'm going to type in pitch invader. 69. Oh, my word, guys. It's the 69th edition of the European Cup, and pitch invader equals 69. Yeah, Chuck is a dog man. Yeah, he's got an interesting story with a dog. But thankfully, guys, I want to let you all know as well. Yeah, Dortmund have all these 69s. Chuck broke his wrist, damaged it, got metal plates. But thankfully, and I prayed for him, it's not because of just my prayer. He don't have to pay for it. Or maybe it's just a small amount. So I'm delighted. He thought he was going to have to pay thousands. He's just moved to Spain, start a new life. And then I thought he was going to be thousands of euros in debt. I was devastated. And he told me the other day, I was absolutely buzzing that it's going to get paid for. He's got the insurance. So again, sometimes, guys, life, it smacks you and then something great can happen. So yeah, NASA went to the moon in 69. I think the big 69 is Queen Elizabeth equals 69. And she was coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen. Exact. You know the illusion, baby, is on the nose when it comes to durations. So you guys keep me posted on this. There's a 2-minute delay. 3 pitch invaders. Guys, can you back this up? Is it 3 pitch invaders? How many 3s are in my code? Because Real Madrid can stay on 3 European Cup final losses. Is there 3 of them? But is there 3, Tom? Like World War III, is there 3 of them? I'm just going off what Sky Sports is saying. I'm not watching the game. You guys got to help me out a little bit here. This is difficult, trying to read all of this when you're not watching it. So, yeah, like, I can't remember the last time that happened in the Champions League final where all these fans ran on the pitch. 6 minutes. That benefits Dortmund, the 6th. It's Ancelotti's 6th Champions League final, isn't it? The Dortmund coach can say on 6 Champions League losses in his career. He's not coached that many games. Yeah, 666. 3 invaders after 6 minutes. How many 36s did I give you? 3 invaders, 6 minutes in. 36. Or 3 times 6 is 18. Madrid's 18th European Cup final on 6-1, the 18th prime. So, guys, how are you guys doing this just out of interest? How are you listening to me and watching the game? Do you have it on mute? How are you doing this? How are you concentrating on the game and listening to me? Or you're not even listening to me and just leaving comments? I'm fine with either one. So yeah, like, guys, all these they're so just dramatic. Your game's on mute. I like that. You'll realize how slow the game is when you watch it on mute. Because what gives you that energy and that thrill is the commentators and the fans. I want you all to do this, and I've told you all of this before. I want you all now, for 1 minute, do me this favor, just for 1 minute, can you watch the game on mute and watch how slow it is? All of you. And then just give me a feedback. Maybe you're in a bar, you can't do anything about it. Watch the game on mute and watch how slow it is. You'll be amazed. You'll be absolutely amazed. Okay? I did it and I was like, oh my word. And then I put the volume on full blast and it felt like they were passing the ball really quickly. They wasn't. It's like some sort of illusion. Try it and let me know what you think. Best guy in the internet, let me know what you think. Said there, Alejandro's just said, boring on mute. All right. It's wild, guys. So, are they actually playing now? Okay, there we go. All right. Not much going on. It just says Champions League final briefly halted by multiple pitch invaders. We keep hearing about like this alien invasion as well, guys. You got these invaders, and remember, in wars you invade other nations, don't you? I love how you've made my brain work, Adam. Listen, if I can have any positive impact on you guys, it makes me happy. Okay, guys. 4 years ago, I would be in a bar now with a beer in my hand, with the boys, with about 5 or 6 bets on, super engaged in this game. Oh, that's brilliant, Alto. I missed that one. 69th edition of the European Cup. 6 plus 9 is 15. Madrid going for the 15th major European Cup. I do believe Alto's the best coder when it comes to simplicity, and I'll give him that as a huge compliment. Okay? Sometimes that's the best way of doing it. I've told him that. He keeps it simple, clean, primed. So yeah, that is interesting. Anything else going on in this game? Promising start for Dortmund. Fulkrug winning the ball up top. Sancho exposing the space vacated when Bellingham tucks in. I think he's overrated, this Bellingham. And actually a lot of people have said he is. But he's banged so many winning goals. So here's what he's saying about the invaders. This is interesting. This is bizarre. Honestly, 2024 is the most bizarre year I've ever lived through. No obvious response from stewards when the first pitch invader took his sweet time taking selfies with Bellingham and Vinicius. So what? That's number 5 and number 7, yeah? That seems to have prompted others to have a go. So this, as this fan literally ran on the pitch and taken selfies. Usually they run on, okay, they're running and then security come. They very rarely can get to a player and take a selfie. I bet the players even posed for it. But I've had friends, guys, not many, who were actual stewards at football stadiums. And they're genuine people, at least the ones I know who've been stewards. But they're not prepared, guys. My mate who did it, called James, if a group of people ran at him, he would have ran away. Okay, they sit there, don't they? They don't watch the game. And 99.9% of the time, there's not a pitch invasion. If a guy runs on, my mate James was not going to stop him. It was just some extra money for him. So I don't know how these guys got on. What else have we got, guys? Not much going on. Oh, yeah, that would be interesting if there's a handball with Maradona, or if a player weaves through everybody. Remember, the hand of God was against England in 86, the year I was born. That was against England. That game finished 2-1. Lot of 21s for Dortmund. Glad to see your views and likes are slowly growing. Are they? I don't feel like they are. To be honest. But thank you. I've told you, I'm so shocked that there's certain channels who do good work. Like I said, Joseph's brilliant. Cody's brilliant. I don't know how they're getting 500, 600 likes. And I get 40. That baffles me to this day. I'm not going to say it angers me. It baffles me. And I watch their videos and I think they're great. And I like all of the videos and I know they're like mine. But I don't know if they're saying something or... I don't know. They get like 500, 600. I think my channel's like one of the most shadow banned probably on YouTube. I expose way too much, too well as well, too consistently around too many subjects. And it could be presentation. I've said that. Don't you like my water bottle? What's wrong with that? That's worth a... Guys, give me a like for the water bottle. For that Nesquik, which is for my girlfriend, because I don't eat cereal. What would you want me to do? Do you want me to go put some... I'm going to put glasses on, guys, see if I look sexier or more like intelligent. I might get a few likes for that. Let me go. I've got my girlfriend's glasses. Maybe I'll get a few likes for looking sexy. I was actually, I was coaching today in my Bellinghams. I wonder if Bellingham bangs one in. I've got these. I did spend a bit of money on these bad boys, but it was worth it. So here we go. You ready? I hope I don't break them. All right, is that worth a like, guys? Hello, guys. Here we are for the Champions League final. It's the 32nd edition, and there's going to be some world-class talent on show today. Is it going to be the Galacticos of Madrid that pick up their 15th major European Cup? Or Borussia Dortmund, who've struggled this season in the Bundesliga? Are they going to find a way to find victory as the underdogs? Who knows what is going to happen here? But I will be here to break down all of the major plays in this game. And I hope you're really enjoying this, guys. So let's go. Right now, I'm looking at the screen, and there's a big chance for Bryant, guys. Fulkrug this time makes a run over the top of Rudiger and keeps onside. He sets a clever pass back to Bryant, whose first touch sets up the chance from 12 yards, but he skews his finish well wide of the post. I would expect a player of that quality at this level to do better, but I guess the pressure got to him. But that was a really good opening for Dortmund, and they are knocking on the door. Will Real Madrid respond? You would hope so. I can't speak like that any longer. Oh, my word. How annoying was that? Apologies. Yeah, guys. What I'm saying is there'll be people doing streams like that, getting thousands of likes, irritating, talking nonsense. Anyways, I'm done. Glasses are off. The voice, I don't know what that voice was, but it's over. Cheers. So they keep mentioning Dortmund finished 27 points. Interesting. That's 3 times 3 times 3 as well. A lot of people don't know that connection with 27. 3 times 3 times 3. The threes benefit Madrid. There's been a goal? Oh, you're saying go. I thought there was a goal. Tease me there. So Real Madrid, they often start slow. All right. And I didn't see many goals in this. But again, we're really early in. I've got to check the odds, haven't I? You guys are lucky because in Mexico, people are always late. They were supposed to come to my house 20 minutes ago. Like Madrid now, they've gone from plus 425 to plus 350. That's a pretty big shift. Real Madrid are now almost even money. Got to keep an eye on these odds, guys. Oh my, Dortmund are now plus 290. Right, this is a huge shift with odds. These odd shifts are great for Dortmund. If anyone took them, I know odds are not the be all end all. I've mentioned your channel to a few people I know. I always try to help you out when I can. Oh, guys, I know the majority of you really helped me. You've been great. You guys here, Liam, Tom, Riddler, Chuck, Jimmy, all right, Simon G. There's loads of you. You are good. You share my work. And I'm very grateful. Maybe you should sponsor Prime Energy Drink. You know, I'll tell you something. So, you know, I coached the birthday party yesterday. The parent, you're going to laugh at this, or maybe not. The parent bought like 100 primes. I didn't have one. I refused to have one. Logan Paul, oh my word, that guy irritates me. I didn't have one. He kind of said, yeah, it's just sugar, but the kids wanted it. So got them all these primes. See how Satan's targeting the youth right now. And the kid whose birthday it was, Baden, his favorite player is Messi. Messi's the GOAT, right? You know, I always talk about Baphomet. I couldn't believe this. So I've walked in there because I'm coaching, but we go in there. I'm speaking to the dad and stuff. The kids were at the pool. I go in there. There's a giant goat, which was a piñata full of candy. I'm like, why have you got a giant goat in your house? It was like, oh, no, it's for Messi. Messi's the GOAT. I'm like, oh, my word. I've literally walked into his house. I thought it was like a Baphomet worshiper. Giant goat, but it was Messi. And so all the kids were like beating this goat, which was pretty interesting. Made me laugh. And yeah, I would not go anywhere near that prime drink because the media and celebrities are massively promoting it. Who knows what's being put in that drink? Brilliant marquees, 2 times 7 is 14, which benefits Dortmund. This is tough. Madrid peaked near the end of the games. Yeah, why? Red Bull gives you wings. Lucifer, Monster energy drink. Do you know what I mean? It's in your face, guys. Don't drink pop or energy drinks. Yeah, I sometimes give in. The other day I was sipping on a Dr. Pepper. So everything I'm reading here, guys, is that Dortmund are playing better. Can anybody back me up? I don't know. It's telling me Dortmund are playing better. Is that correct? And again, it don't mean much unless they score. That's just the harsh reality. You can play as well as you want. But if you don't score, it counts for very little. So what's interesting today from my personal perspective, 15 people signed, they didn't sign up to my website, but 15 people either signed up or renewed. All right? 15. That benefits Madrid. I have all these personal syncs. So anybody who just renewed or signed up, thank you. If you haven't, we've got the Euros coming up. I've told you all the Euro stuff. That's going to be private for my members. I've told them that. I'll do some streams for those Euro games. I'll try to do as many as I can. But yeah, you want to be on the website to check out those, because I think this tournament's going to reveal where the world's going. I think it's going to be that important, to be honest with you. And who wins it is going to be crucial. So big chance for Dortmund. What happened, guys, after 21 minutes? Is more Dortmund fans? I thought they'd be split, to be honest, because Spain and Germany are so close to England. They should have scored. Adeyemi went around Courtois, but he got it blocked. He's a good player, that Adeyemi, to be honest with you. He's talented. I knew a girl with cancer. She said after chemo, she could ingest 2 things without vomiting it up. Pedialyte and smart water, alkaline water. That's interesting. Pepsi or lemonade. Guys, what's going on with that Chick-fil-A? That Chick-fil-A girl? I'm trying to figure it out, what that is. They've now made a song about no Chick-fil-A sauce. A lemonade. And I'm like, who is she? Is it just, again, promoting this, like, stupidity? Like, she can get millions of views for going, a lemonade. It's like, what? I'm coding our whole reality, showing us we're living out the end of days, and she's going, a lemonade, no Chick-fil-A sauce, and getting millions of views. That's the world we're living in, isn't it? Definitely should have scored Adeyemi, number 27. Oh, my word, he's 27? I didn't know that. So it says 2 big moments squandered by the German side. Will they live to regret it? Well, yeah, he's 27. I didn't know that. These jersey numbers are not that crazy. Valverde's number 15. One of the biggest numbers for Madrid. When was he born? Right, Valverde was born 227. 49th prime number. He's also number 15 for Uruguay. They won the first ever World Cup final 4-2. So keep an eye on Valverde. I know he's not a goal scorer, but keep an eye on Valverde. The 27 can go against Dortmund, though. Madrid can get their 10th win and stay on 3 draws in the Champions League. 103 is the 27th prime. Off the post for Dortmund. Oh, my word. That's the black magic again. Is Chick-fil-A another woke company? When I lived in the US, with Chick-fil-A, you had to be a Christian to work there. I don't know if it's still the same. You had to be a Christian. I don't know how you prove that. And I think at In-N-Out Burger, you need to have a degree to work there. No, Valverde is Uruguayan. They beat Argentina in the first ever World Cup final, 4-2. You are revealing truth. Of course, they're keeping you down. Cheers, Creaky Joints. Creaky Joints, what a great name, by the way. Have you got issues with your joints? Bad knees, baby? Where do you get the name Creaky Joints? I like it. That would be a nice ale. Can I have a pint of Creaky Joint? Where's that name come from, out of interest? Who pinged the post? Number 14. Oh, my word. Who is 14? Oh, Matt, it's that 14, isn't it? I said keep an eye on him. Fulkrug. Dortmund are cutting through at will. Maatsen slides through Fulkrug, who beats the offside trap. His low finish slides across Courtois and rockets back off the inside of the post. How are the 5th place Bundesliga team annihilating Madrid, who've lost 2 games all year? So it's just saying how Dortmund are dominating Madrid's defense. All that is missing is the goal. Yep. It may remain missing. Because Real Madrid will punish you. They punish you. It's what they do. So who assisted this guy? Let me see the number who assisted him. Matsan. I used to know all this back in the day, guys. Matsan's 22, so he assisted 14. Add up those numbers, of course you get 36. Of course you get 36. Keep an eye on this Sebastian Haller if he comes on. He got the winning goal for Ivory Coast in the African Cup of Nations where I coded them to win it. And Royce being on the bench, I'm sure that shocked a lot of people. And Modric. What's Modric doing on the bench? I know he's pretty old. He'll come on. Modric will come on. Royce will come on. Haller will come on. That Diaz is going to come on as well. He's going to have an impact, I think. That Diaz, didn't he play at City? Adam, do you like the Champions League? In what way? I don't watch it. I used to enjoy it. I used to be excited for the Champions League. I was a massive Man United fan. And I grew up when we were one of the best teams in Europe. So, yeah, I used to love it. I used to love the Champions League. I feel like it's changed as well. Like for me growing up, it felt like the players were better. Can somebody give me a woo in the chat? I feel like the players were better. They were faster. They were stronger. They had more technical ability. They weren't little bitches. I miss those days. Honestly, from watching them. Like, I watch them now. Like Vinny Jr., one of the best players in the world. Is he? Is he? But anyway, there's no point looking back. There we go. Gus Parker's in the house. He agrees. Quite a lot of you do. I just watched a Michael Owen YouTube short who said the exact same thing. Did he? Owen was great. Whatever, people don't like Michael Owen. They think he's annoying, that he is a terrible pundit. Michael Owen, when he was 18, 19, 20, 21, was the best player in the world. He was that good. Didn't he win a Ballon d'Or? I think Michael Owen won a Ballon d'Or. Somebody back me up there, Chuck. Michael Owen in his prime was incredible. Just out of this world, guys. Out of this world, Michael Owen. I told you he scored 3 goals against Germany, didn't he? 10 days before 9/11, wearing number 10. He was a player that I like watching a lot. I like it a lot. I was a big fan. He played for Real Madrid, didn't he? Another chance for Dortmund. What the heck? It says here 12 times this season, opposition teams have hit the woodwork against Dortmund in the Champions League. But the width of the post is all that separates them from having the lead. Guys, 12 times this season, opposition teams have hit the woodwork against Dortmund. 12 times. I think once 6 of them, Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, Adeyemi is rapid. It's probably the fastest player on the pitch. Yeah, I think in that semi-final, PSG hit the woodwork 6 times against Dortmund. That's not right. And they didn't score 1 goal. I don't think. The game is being played at a German league pace. You've got to remember that Madrid just knocked out Bayern Munich, who finished, what, third? Third in the league. And Dortmund 5th. And then you've got the German champions getting beat by Atalanta. Can somebody give me a woo and tell you that this is just ridiculous? Leverkusen cruised it in the Bundesliga. They get beat by a good Italian team. And yet, now you've got 5th place Dortmund playing better than Real Madrid, who just won the league and have lost 2 games. They've probably got the best record, haven't they, in the whole of Europe. 2 games in all competitions. Come on, man. That's just not right. Oh, I think I told you this as well, guys. In the Bundesliga, Dortmund, I did tell you, didn't I? I told you that Dortmund finished 5th and Real Madrid 1st. And Ancelotti can go 5-1 in European Champions League finals, exactly 51 weeks after his birthday. Which is, he has the same birthday as Prince Philip. Manchester City actually won the treble on Ancelotti's birthday. And we know two of the best coaches ever are Guardiola and Ancelotti. For me, I don't want to get too deep into this. He doesn't coach. He does this. I can't do the eyebrow for whatever reason. I don't know why I can't do it. He don't coach. I'm like, I don't understand it, man. Do you like the Champions League? I just answered that question. I used to love it. I don't watch any football anymore. I coach it. I play it, not as much as I used to, but I don't watch it. Like, guys, look here. I'm doing a live stream. Does this seem like a guy who cares too much about watching the Champions League? It's the final. I didn't watch one World Cup game. Yeah, I know more about the game than probably 99% of the world. Ancelotti never coaches. You are right. I remember when he was in Italy, he just smoked cigarettes all game, knowing they would win. I know. Ferguson was just... That's all he did. Greatest coach ever. I never saw him coaching. Or he'd get up and clap. It was really camp Fergie when they'd score. Nah, something not right. I'm telling you, these guys are warlocks. Your Ancelotti, Guardiola, Ferguson. These guys are warlocks. They're magicians, man. Anybody agree with me? I think they're magicians. Jose Mourinho. Mourinho's story is so strange. That's a great point, Creaky Joints. I forgot to say that. The NBA Finals is the 5th seed against the 1st seed. Boston, Dallas. The Battle of JFK. Who was born in Boston and died in Dallas. Told you. It's just wild. Argentina won the World Cup. Their first game, when was it? 59-year anniversary of JFK's death. 17th prime. Dortmund again. What is going on? Why can't they score? One of the good bets here for me, I thought, was under 2.5. I don't see many goals. I asked all the kids, what do you think? 3-1 Madrid, 4-0 Madrid. Like, all these goals, like, Real Madrid's so dormant at the moment. Plenty of the ball, but unable to control those transitions with pace. I'm probably going to go at halftime, guys. Same thing in the NFL football, except for Belichick. Did you know that Tom Brady was drafted on Belichick's birthday? Anybody? That's in my Brady book. Guys, if you want to purchase my books, I would be so grateful. Tom Brady was drafted on Belichick's birthday. And then they won 6 Super Bowls together. Brady and Belichick. Brady gets drafted on Belichick's birthday. Yeah, next to nobody knows that. The only reason I figured it out is because I wrote a book about Brady. I was like, I need to look at Belichick. There's got to be connections with those two, why they dominated. Boom, drafted on his birthday. Woo! Baby! So, London will be very busy. Yeah, great day for London for money. Can somebody tell me the weather in England right now? Yeah, that is a great point, Marquise. Luka Doncic, he actually became a professional basketball player at age 13. And he played for Real Madrid. All right? Luka played for Real Madrid. You cannot write off Dallas over Boston. I'll tell you that for a second. Yellow card for Vinny. Was he the first player booked, number 7? I've told you. Where did that come from, Bebe? 3 burps out of nowhere. What was I going to say? It don't matter, guys. If Real Madrid are getting dominated right now, it don't matter. Unless Dortmund score, it don't mean anything. Adam, I have a find. Ancelotti was manager of Everton, correct? He had 6 points deducted this season. And in the 6th minute of this game, there was a pitch invasion. My word. Yeah, he coached for Everton, then he left them to coach Real Madrid and then beat Liverpool in the Champions League final. I told you my video about Arteta and Alonso. They were best friends growing up, and they actually played against each other in the Merseyside derby, Arteta and Alonso, Everton, Liverpool. Like, for instance, Serena Williams speaks Italian and French. No, I know. I think they're demonically possessed. Kobe Bryant could speak fluent Italian. I know he lived there for a while. At least that's what we told. I remember there was a wrestler called Cesaro, and I think they said he could speak 9 languages, and he could. All right, so it's pretty nice weather as well, conveniently. So yeah, what is going on here? Not a lot. The guys, this is why I don't watch these games. I get, maybe it's been a good game. I don't know. Sometimes 0-0s are good. But yeah, if you remember Euro 2020, the weather was beautiful. Can somebody give me a woo? All my friends were like, "Ads, you're missing out here. You should have come back. Weather's nice. Football's on all the time. All right. The pubs are full." I was like, that's pretty convenient, isn't it? That the weather's nice in England when there's a major tournament going on there. You rarely ever get a Champions League final where it's pissing it down. Or an Olympic opening ceremony where it's pissing it down. Rare. Super Bowl. It's only rained once during a halftime show, and that was when Prince was singing Purple Rain, who, by the way, died on the Queen's 90th birthday, who was married to a prince. Sometimes I giggle, man. Still giggle at this stuff. The only way to learn languages is when you are a kid. It's so hard to learn languages as an adult. Yeah, if you got someone like Serena Williams, watch the movie. All right, all they did was play tennis. But they get time to learn all these languages? Come on, give me a break. All right, they get possessed. I think demons can speak every language fluently. That's why I think a lot of these actors, like, whoa, like a DiCaprio's put on about 40 different voices in his movies. It's just too easy to say, yeah, he's a talented actor. Or it's not him. Same with like what Ronaldo and Messi do. Oh, they're just talented footballers. They work really hard. Well, like other players didn't work really hard. Or maybe they're just possessed. Like they tell you, he's out of this world. He's not from this planet. Okay? He's not human. They don't really say it about these modern day players because I don't think they're as good anymore. So yeah, I'm not saying people can't be bilingual. Like, I can speak Spanish, but I wouldn't say I'm bilingual. See, Madrid are plus 130 to lift the trophy now. There's next to nothing in it. See how quickly it changes? So what I said, for me, if I was going to bet on this game, it would have been Dortmund. But I wouldn't have been confident at all because Madrid's code's better. But if I was going to place a little bet and have a bit of a laugh, Dortmund to lift the trophy, nothing on Madrid. Now, there's next to nothing in it with the odds. But if I did bet on Dortmund, I'd be very concerned that they haven't put one of these chances away. Ancelotti with 5 chewing gums once at one time, yeah. Probably on those Hubba Bubbas, baby. Do you remember Hubba Bubba chewing gum? You chew on it and your teeth would break. It was like that. Anybody ever had a Hubba Bubba if you're from England? Hubba Bubba, baby. People saying the war colours in NBA finals, Mavs, Israel, Celtics, Hamas. Those colours represent any teams in the Champions League final. I'm not watching the final. Madrid wear white, don't they? Dortmund wear yellow and black. I don't know if that's what they're wearing now. Yeah, Coca-Cola flavoured Hubba Bubbas. So disgusting. But I would always buy them. Silly stuff, eh? Mourinho speaks French, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. Yeah. I've told you Mourinho's story. Like, he was working at Barcelona. He wasn't even a coach. I don't even know how he got hired. And then he somehow becomes like the understudy to Bobby Robson and then one of the greatest coaches ever. I think he was like a translator. I think Jose Mourinho, can somebody help me here? I think Jose Mourinho was a translator for Bobby Robson. He was just a translator, all right, because he speaks so many languages and Bobby Robson didn't speak Spanish when he was the coach of Barcelona. And then out of nowhere, he's like the chosen one. And he wins the Champions League with Inter Milan and dominates the Premier League with Chelsea. And I think under Mourinho, Real Madrid, it's the season where they scored the most goals in a La Liga season. Because he told everybody, he's like, oh, you think it's boring Mourinho? Boring Mourinho. I don't know why I sounded like from Pakistan there, but and then they banged all those goals under him. And he was like, you know, his whole role is to be cocky. Save Courtois. What is going on? Have Real Madrid had a chance? Guys, have Madrid had a chance? Most goals and points in La Liga. Yeah, that team, that was with Jose Mourinho. That was with Jose. Vinny put one over the bar and a block cross. That's it. I think Real Madrid fans are far too cocky. Do you know what I mean? They're all probably thinking they win it. I think that can happen. It happened to me as a Man United fan. You get so used to winning that you just presume they're going to win. That's what happened. I think the worst fans in the world are Manchester City, by the way. Have you seen their parades for the treble? Just embarrassing Manchester City fans. Honestly, it was absolutely... They won the treble and, you have to watch them. They're on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying I want idolatry and I want fans to go mental. But again, for me, like back in the day, that's what I did want. But the City fans are, there's still some really passionate City fans. The one that stayed with them in League One and Championship and all of that. But the average Man City fan, I've got a mate called Bentham. He played for Bradford City, central midfielder. He actually won the Player of the Year one year. And all of a sudden, he's a Manchester City fan. Takes his kid to the Etihad. I'm like, I'm sure you were a Leeds fan, Bentham. I know, I still like Leeds, but City's my team. I was like, what? Since when? Since Guardiola came? If Madrid lose, they'll probably announce Mbappe and the fans will forget about it. That's a good point. Dortmund just knocked out Mbappe, who kept hitting the post. Glory supporters. Glory supporters. So nothing, guys. Not much. I can't do anything here. Not much I can break down. Not being a goal or anything. Watch me leave at halftime. So I've got all this stuff to do. And it'll finish 3-3. You know what I mean? Watch that happen. It'll be typical. And where are these people? Let me ask. Right, you know what, guys? I'm actually going to go now. I'm going now, okay? Can you please hit the like button on your way out? Yeah? Can you do me that favor? Maybe later I'll come back and recap it. If anything, somebody's going to win. Maybe somebody's either going to get a winning goal or a winning penalty. Something will happen. I'll maybe go live later. Just please ping that like. Try and get me to 50. I haven't ate anything either. I feel a little bit sick. Coaching for 3 hours in 33 degrees. All these threes are hitting me. I wonder if there's going to be 3 goals somehow. I doubt it. But do me that favor and I'll try come back later. I'm not going to be paying attention. I've got to make a phone call now. I've got to get this kitchen fixed, man. Hope you enjoy it. If you bet, I really hope you win. Whatever it is, I really do. I'll try to do a stream later on for you, yeah? No chances for Real Madrid. That has to change. And don't be shocked to see a red card because the second horseman of Revelation rides a red horse. And we just recently had that white horse rampage in the streets of London with blood on it. Don't be shocked to see a red card because that could change everything. It could be one of these where Dortmund dominated. They didn't take the chances. They get a sending off. Real Madrid punished them. It could be one of them. Keep an eye on a red card in play. You always get massive value on a red card. So I bet you're going to see. I've got a feeling you might see a red card. You rarely get them in a Champions League final, but keep an eye on that. Right. It's weird. It says there's only 5 people watching. I know. It's just, come on. 4 minutes injury time. We know that Madrid can get the 4th European Cup final. Ancelotti can stay on 4 Champions League final wins. 4's big. I told you 4 is with England. Queen, 4 children, Darling Code +44, Platinum Jubilee 4 days. All right. The United Kingdom's made up of 4 nations. So, of course, 4 minutes is shown. Of course. 4 horsemen of revelation. Lot of 4s, guys. The 4s benefit Dortmund. The 3s benefit Madrid. Yeah, Madrid could take this if Dortmund get a player sent off. I don't know what's going on. All I've heard is Vinny Jr. got a yellow card. That's all you've told me. Right, I have to go. Can I get a woo before we go? And I'll try go live again in about an hour and a half or less. The Etihad, yeah, the Etihad. It's just so nice to not really care who's winning this game. I just, like I said, I hope people who bet win in different ways. We got a woo from Love Cara, a woo from Dirk, a woo from Esteban. And I got 50 likes. Right. Thank you all. God bless you all. Appreciate you. And I'll try to speak to you all later, okay? Because I'm staying in today. I ain't going out for the rest of the day. I'm knackered. God bless you. God wins. My throat hurts. Woo! Right. And hopefully there's no goal right before this half's over. It'll be typical. God bless you all.